Hello and welcome to Sweeney Pat's Shut It Slag News in association with the Bubba Gump Shrimp Corporation Cookbook, you cat. Top news headlines. There was a ballroom blitz recently over in Israel, and in light of this, America have pledged severe consequences. They now just have to wake up Biden. We also talk about the Boris nonsense memoirs, though he has no memory of it, and in an effort to lose the long face, the Daily Star is giving away a free 8-page puzzle pullout. You slag! You slag! Blasted across every newspaper are tales of horror as Israel bombarded Hezbollah targets in Beirut and southern Lebanon last night around dinner time, after Iran fired 180 missiles at Tel Aviv and other Israeli tourist hotspots yesterday afternoon. About halfway through the Antiques road trip, Benjamin Netanyahu, or Benji to his war buddies, vowed that Tehran would pay for the attack, even if the West will probably end up paying for all the weapons fired, which were mostly neutered by Israeli air defences. Neutered sounds painful. And just in case you were rather overwhelmed with all the fast-paced and conflicting information on this conflict, the Sun newspaper has broken the events down into bite-sized chunks with their headline, Israel Under Attack, with the subheading Hellfire over the recent ballroom blitz courtesy of the lads over in Iran, as 200 strobe lights are seen over Israel. Think of it as a Middle Eastern Northern Lights. And in light of this, America are fuming and intend to retaliate if all those terror people don't stop their shenanigans. And once Biden had awoken from his afternoon nap, he had convened a security meeting as a threat of an all-out regional war mounts. After chatting for a bit and drinking a few cups of Joe, Biden then went off to his pre-evening snooze on the off chance that they might keep the noise down. In other news, Queen's funeral horsey gets an OBE, according to the Daily Star, along with a much-loved free puzzle pull-out. And I'm not talking about Brexit neither. Apparently, after being given 2 sugar lumps for his trouble, a long-faced hero named Lord Firebrand was the heroic horse that led the Lizzie procession. The Lizzie procession, as the Daily Star got no class. Surely the Betty bereavement is more suited, and you may ask, how did he know where he was going? He had a map. Anyway, OBE horse, Lord Firebrand, or Bob to his peers, went down to old Buckaroo Palace to accept his award and was warmly greeted despite a few naysayers. Overall, an enjoyable day for Lord Firebrand and all that attended, though the head butler was fuming when he shat on Charles's favourite rug. On to Boris Johnson now. That's Kerry's job. Remember old Boris Johnson? Remember him? You know, BJ Boris, the old bodge man, the ex-Prime Minister who looks like a dropped lasagna with a fringe. That's plenty. According to a recent edition of the Daily Mail, about a week ago, Bodger Johnson, the jammy bodger, has brought out tales of his life so far in yet another book, the aptly named The Boris Nonsense Memoirs. Though he has no memory of it, and he's lost one of his children he didn't know he had in that little cupboard under the stairs. And now, a quote for you by Nikita Khrushchev, who said, "The only problem with free elections is that you never know who's going to win them." And going on the boring and predictable certainty that politicians often promise what they can't deliver, according to The Economist, few incoming governments have polled so badly so early. Too right, darling. Someone from The Economist who spends too much time with a dictionary goes on to say that normally that's because they're offering the prospect of national glory or prosperity without pain. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Keir Starmer entered office through the front door of number 10 Clanning Street or up the back passage with a far more prosaic pledge. You what? To bring calm to a country fed up after a decade of political ructions. Who makes up these words? Sadly for Starmer, it is not in his gift. Interesting choice of phrase. Just 3 months after Labour secured its historic 180-seat majority, that's where I saw you, wasn't it? Westminster feels feral. Is that one of the names of the cats at 10 Clanning Street? And voters are in a capricious mood. Oh, I've had enough of this now, you cat. According to some polls, Vladimir Kia's New Labour now sit just 4 points above the obliterated Conservatives, or as some like to call them, New Conservative. Dare we venture back along the daisy chain of recent PMs to Sunak, to Boris, to Truss, to the lettuce. Oh, they're one and the same. Dare I go on? As we could go way, way back, and that dishonesty seems to linger like Schofield around a junior boys football championship. And many people have asked the question, who do we replace the PM with? Someone who can be useful and initiate initiatives. They'll still provide the entertainment value we have come to expect from a British politician. And who could take on such a task, you may ask? Well, that is none other than Billy Bass, the singing fish. This has been Sweeney Pat's Shut It Slag News. Take it away, Billy. You slag! You slag!